And the Nikes on my feet keep my cipher complete. Nikes. And the Nikes on my feet keep my cipher complete.
So what's up, guys? I just picked up these. These have been my grills for a long time, but haven't ever really gone the distance and paid the $300 on eBay to get a fair pair of dead stock. But I did come across these on Craigslist from a local kid. Picked them up for $60. Obviously, they need a lot of restoring. There's some damage to the heel, so I'm gonna see what I can do to restore these and bring them into pristine shape. It was a great deal on the price, so I'm hoping that I can clean these up and make them fresh and fly again. So this is after one cleaning. Just got after them really good so far with rubbing alcohol and a lot of soap, just soap and water. Got just something to scrub with, a little brush, toothbrush too, Q-tips, cotton swabs, just whatever you can get to get in there real good and clean. Got the white, get in there, gonna hit it up with another coat, get a pen to get in there with all that gum, get that out. But these are definitely gonna use a touch of paint. Talk more about that later. Sea glow, of course, start on that yellowing. But they're getting there. It's the first step to get these things restored. Obviously, it's going to take a little paint there as well, like I mentioned. But hopefully we'll get there soon. Alright, so I've been reading a lot about the Sea Glow products. This is the first time to ever Sea Glow a pair of shoes at all. So I picked up the stuff from Island Girl Products. And I put on the first coat. It's a nice sunny day. See how it goes throughout the day. I'm just going to hit it up a couple coats. See how icy I can get these. See if this stuff really works. Alright, so getting ready to put the Angelus paint on these. Give it a touch of fresh white coat. You can see that I've put some painter's tape all around the sole to protect it. What you want to do with this, you want to work in small pieces and really kind of get in the crease between the rubber and the sole. Use your nails so that you can kind of, pinch the small pieces. It's better to work with small pieces so that you can get this whole thing covered up and prepped and ready for paint. I'm using, of course, Angelus paint, also some Angelus Duller. Gonna mix a little bit of that up. Like I said, lay a fresh coat of paint on here and see how that turns out. Okay, one important step after you get done applying the Angelus paint is to use a matte finish just give it a coat of matte finish so that kind of like protects the paint a little bit. It'll also help it give it a little bit of a glare. So you can usually get this at arts and craft stores, Hobby Lobby, those kind of places. It's pretty easy to find. Just grab what you can. After you're done painting it, touching up the Angelus paint, just spray a little bit of sun there. Alright, well, what I've done is obviously put a fresh coat of paint on this. You can tell it's brightened it up quite a bit. And still trying to figure out how to get into the mesh really well underneath that cloth underneath it and really give it a good cleaning somehow. Maybe Barkeeper's Friend. I've heard about that. I haven't tried it though. So what I've done already is touched up the midsole, and what I've done is gone and I found a pack of Sharpies. It's a 12 pack, but in it were an ultraviolet, a violet type marker, and that seemed to work perfectly to kind of get that great part and really kind of touched up the areas where there was a lot of cracking and there was a lot of discoloration. I was able to fix that. So next I want to use the green. I've done it on another pair, but I've noticed that the sea green here, this is pretty similar in color, but once you put it down on the marker, it's gonna it's going to darken this just a little bit, but it's not going to be a huge disconnect from a color perspective because it's going to be a lot similar to this green in the Jumpman. So if you're willing to go that route, it's an easier route. I tried to mix Angelus paints to find the right color, but it's really hard to match it. I don't know if anybody has any posts on the color mixture to get that sea green, but this for me was an easy option. I kind of went the route. It's not, like I said, a huge, you know, it matches, so. Alright, well, here's the finished product. As far as sea glow goes, you know, I've been hitting these things up. This is at least 4 times in now. So I think these things were pretty yellow to begin with. I don't know how well the sea glow is done. It's definitely, you know, made them somewhat icy, but you know, I think it's an improvement. But I mean, definitely going to show some signs of yellowing just because of the condition I got them in. But you can see, you know, I put a nice fresh coat of paint on there. Took the creases out as best I could. You still got a little bit of creasing going on there, but for the most part, you know, these are restored as best I could restore them. And for the price I got them for, you can't beat it. You know, $60. A little elbow grease, and came out looking pretty good. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed the video.
In the Nikes on my feet, keep my cipher complete. Nikes in the Nikes on my feet, keep my cipher complete.